Some may expect that I'm here to bring bad news, but I bring good tidings. Yes, my friends, Star Wars Outlaws will be one of the great games of 2024. Many doubts have been raised since the announcement of a new game in the Star Wars franchise by Ubisoft. And I must confess that some of them crossed my mind as well. Will it be a generic game? Far Cry with a Star Wars skin? As an open-world game? Will it just be a large, empty map? These are reasonable doubts, especially when it comes to such a large franchise becoming AAA game with such high stakes. I was invited by Ubisoft for a 4-hour preview of Star Wars Outlaws, and in this text, I intend to address some of the concerns raised by fans of games and the franchise and share my early experience with this game, what I saw and what I played while visiting a galaxy far, far away. Dear reader, don't expect a deep analysis of Star Wars Outlaws here. I had access to 4 hours of gameplay, during which I was able to explore 2 different areas of the vast universe Ubisoft intends to deliver with this game. So, my impressions will be exactly about what I was able to play. Of course, I hope that the entire experience I had access to extends throughout the game, but I will only focus on what I was able to play. I was able to experience a few hours of gameplay in a closed preview for a few journalists and content creators in mid-July. We didn't have direct access downloading to our machines to the game, but rather through streaming via Ubisoft Connect. Usually, playing via streaming worries me because it can affect the quality of the game, but that wasn't the case here. During all my hours of gameplay, at no point did I experience any drop in quality, with the gameplay remaining smooth, graphics in their most perfect state. Before we continue, if you liked it, leave a like and subscribe to help the channel. Continuing. Comparisons. I'll quickly address some issues that have been raised in recent weeks, and that I was able to form my own impressions of during my gameplay. Star Wars Outlaws is compared to Uncharted because it's a third-person game with similar gameplay involving exploration. This comparison has been made. However, I find it a rather superficial comparison. The linearity of Uncharted is essential to the narrative of Sony's game, and this greatly differentiates it from Star Wars Outlaws, which gives you more options to handle the same situation. Visually, it might resemble it at times, but I believe the comparison ends there. Graphics, frame drops, and stuttering. After a gameplay video was released by IGN, many players pointed out performance issues in the game, but I didn't experience any of them during my gameplay. Ubisoft style, I understand the concern here, and it also crossed my mind before playing the preview. After my experience with the game, I was able to set aside all those worries and believe that Massive really dedicated itself to creating a unique Star Wars experience. Potential of Star Wars Outlaws. This is not my definitive opinion on Star Wars Outlaws, because as I mentioned above, it was only 4 hours of gameplay. But based on what I played, this is one of the experiences I've longed for in a Star Wars game. I believe Massive Entertainment dedicated itself to bringing something unprecedented to the franchise in gaming, showing care and respect for George Lucas's legacy and the fans. For players, for those who will acquire the game simply as a new gaming option with a rich sci-fi theme, there's also a lot of attention to not replicating uninspired mechanics, with each feature fulfilling its role and delivering a concise and satisfying experience. As a fan of the franchise, I'm truly excited about the full experience, and I hope Star Wars Outlaws delivers on everything I saw in my hours of gameplay. If this happens, Massive and Ubisoft will have given us a work that could become a reference for future Star Wars games. Star Wars Outlaws will be released on August 30 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XSA, and PC.